Okay, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Today we're going to begin our discussion on the introduction to R and R Studio. I provided you two videos for you to peruse over, to watch. Please watch those videos. We'll have a some review of that. Okay. Now the software that we're going to use is R, and the primary reason for that is R has become very robust, very powerful. Since it's a freeware, just like Python, free siya, and then there are many contributors to it. Marami nagko-contribute. By the way, do all of you understand Filipino? Anyone who does not understand Filipino, please? Kindly chat, please, kung yes or no. Yes, please, if you understand. If you don't, yes. Of course, if you understand Filipino. Anyone who does not understand Filipino, kindly chat no. Okay, no one? All right, good. Oftentimes I'll be speaking in English, but sometimes when I explain some concepts, I might fall into explaining it in Filipino, but mostly it will be English. Okay, so let me go back to the signal is low since okay lang. One, it's okay. Okay. So we're going to use R, and in the video I discussed how you're going to install R. You have to install R first. And how do you install R? You go to Google and then type cron. And the first instance, the first item that you'll find there is the comprehensive R archive network. This is a repository of all the files of all the packages that are stored for R. So if you click this, for those of you, I think all of you have installed it. So I'll just go through this quickly here. Download R for Windows. If you're using Windows, if you're using Mac, here. And then once you have downloaded this class, the latest version, by the way, is here, 4.5.1, the great square root. And every 3 months, R comes up with an updated version. So you might need to quarterly or twice a year, you might need to upgrade your version of R. So once you have downloaded R, it's best to create a shortcut. Uh, how do you create a shortcut here? Where's my R? Here. Okay. R in your taskbar. You can see here, if I type R in my search tab, okay, it will show. Taking so long. Ang tagal niya. Dapat mag-a-appear dito yan, no? Nagbukas na siya kagad eh. Anyway, what I wanted you to do is, when you type R here, pwede mo siyang create a shortcut sa taskbar. Okay? Uh, for easier uh, for easier access. So I did that and dapat lalabas dito yung yung R nyo. So this is the
Sir,
icon. Yes?
are you sharing your screen po?
Hindi ba? Sorry, sorry.
Hindi po.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Yeah, hindi pa pala ako naka-share screen. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so let me go back to what I just discussed. So how do you install R? You go to Google and then type CRAN, C-R-A-N, and the first listing there will be the R, the comprehensive R archive network. And when you click that, you'll be brought to this. So the latest version of R now is 4.5.1. Okay? And its name is the Great Square Root. It always has a name. Kung any version niya, may name siya. So when you download this, depending on your machine, whether your Windows or Mac, or if you're using Ubuntu, which I don't think anybody's using that here. Okay, so once you do that, then follow the instructions on how to uh, install, and then create a shortcut in your taskbar here. You can do that by typing here R, and then dapat lalabas dito yung, hindi lumalabas eh, R. Dapat lalabas dito yung R 0.5, 0.4, 0.5.1. And then click nyo siya, then create a task shortcut sa taskbar. So this will be it. So once you have already a shortcut sa taskbar, pwede nyo siyang i-click. Pag clinic ko nyo class, lalabas yung interface ni ano. Lalabas yung interface ni R. So this is how R looks like. It's like a big, big calculator, no? Dito. But the interface seems to be very drab, no? Walang masyadong features. So this one, you can create a formula out of this. Let's say 10,000 plus 34,987 minus 235678 divided by 23, okay, plus factorial uh, 8, okay, and then minus exponential 3456, okay, plus log of 1000, whatever. I'm just guessing, uh, doing some random, okay. For example, that's our, okay, I just typed some numbers there, 10,000 plus whatever, and then control enter, plus control enter. Oops, ano pa yung kulang? May kulang daw ako. Minus this. Wait. What's wrong here? Ano yung syntax ng factorial? Tama naman to, factorial 8. Error, an unexpected constant in 10,000. Bakit? Nalagyan ko ng ano, wait. What's my error here? Bawasan ko log 10,000. Tama naman to. Control enter. Error pa rin. 10,000? Saan yung 10,000? Ba't may error ako sa 10,000? Here may doble. Sorry. Yung nagdoble. Okay. Ito class. Nagdoble dito. Dapat isa lang. Okay. So this tells us that the restrict CR sa syntax, any wrong character will automatically generate an error term. So okay na to. Control enter. Oh, meron pa rin. Yung factorial. Okay, factorial. Bakit mali? Tanggalin mo lang yung factorial class. No? Oops. Ah, ah, ah. Bakit mali yung factorial? Hmm. Okay. I just remove it, guys. Control enter. Negative infinity. Bakit? Ano nagpa-infinity sa kanya? Yung log. Yung log, hindi eh. Itong exponential. Sorry class Yan. Bawasan ko na lang. Control enter. Ayan, okay. At least may answer na ngayon. So, what did I do here? Naka-record pa naman, nakakaya. So, I just rattled off some expressions, mathematical expressions, and then it shows us that you can compute, you can calculate any mathematical operation here. Okay. Not only that, you can you can plot objects here. So if I use this one, we did this in the video that I did plot pressure. So pressure is an object, it's a data object that comes prepackaged with R. So when you open R, you can access this. Control Enter, then it will open a new window where you have the print out the plot of this data, and this tells us that this data has two variables. The y-axis is pressure, the x-axis is temperature. So that's why it was able to plot that object. You can also get the summary. The summary function will allow us to compute for the uh, summary numbers, 6-number summary. Control Enter. You can see here temperature and pressure. You have the minimum, first quartile, median, etc. Okay, so you can do things, a lot of things in R. However, the problem with R is that the interface is not really user-friendly. Okay, that's why we don't use R itself to write our program, write our project. However, R is the main software to use. And then, good thing, companies developed what we call an IDE. An IDE is a integrated development environment that's used for that's used in tandem with R. So you can install RStudio. That's the IDE that we're going to use. There are other IDEs. RStudio is one of the most popular one, and it's currently known as POSIT. We can make use of we can make use of RStudio, and uh, RStudio can only be used if you have already installed R, because R, uh, an analogy is that R is the engine and RStudio is the dashboard. The engine will run without the dashboard, but the dashboard cannot run without the engine. So how do you now install RStudio? Again, we go to Google, okay, and then search engine natin, type natin si RStudio. Okay, RStudio, okay, and then it will bring us to this site called POSIT. Now, POSIT is the new name, okay? That's the new name of RStudio. It used to be RStudio only. However, I'm going to show you why it was changed into POSIT. So click nyo to class, itong RStudio for the desktop. Maraming versions to. Meron yung paid version. Of course, we're not going to use that here. Notice dito sa POSIT na to, okay? Sa POSIT class, ang unang gagawin is install R. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. You'll not be able to install RStudio without R. So dapat mauuna talaga yung R installation kaysa kay RStudio. Okay, and then here below you have depende dun sa ano nyo, sa operating system, kung Windows kayo, download this, kung Mac, download this, kung Ubuntu, and okay, so once you have, and I hope you have done that, once you have installed RStudio, again, lalabas yan saan na-install na yan sa computer nyo, and then you can type here RStudio, and then create a shortcut sa dito sa ano sa hmm? always forget the name of this. So let me see R. Pakita na yan RStudio. Ayan. And nag-appear dyan finally RStudio here class. And then if you click this, dapat lalabas dito yan. Okay, sa open, then mag-open siya. Yung pag-create lang class ng ano, sa taskbar. create a shortcut sa taskbar. Dapat hindi ko pa binuksan. Okay? So once you create an R sa taskbar, andi dito na yan, no? It will be here. Close ko na to. This is the logo for our studio. Now, we prefer to use R Studio kasi class, kung titingnan nyo yung interface niya. Okay, if I open this, if you open R Studio class, it will open a new instance of R Studio. May open na kasi, no? Anyway, class, so mag-open siya nito, no? All right. So, yung interface niya, class, apat na window panes. We open a new R file. Okay, so it should look like this, no? May apat na window panes. You have the script window. You have, in your case, if you just opened it, dapat andi dito si console, which is the default. Tapos andi dito si okay, si environment. We just si environment andi dito, and then here is files, plots, packages. Each of them have their own roles. Okay, so you can change the format of your RStudio, the layout. How do you change the format? Sa upper part, meron tayo dito mga taskbar, no? Meron tayong meron tayong how do you call this? Ribbons, no? So you have this, ito, scroll bar, you can click tools, okay? Tools dito, tapos go to global options. Okay, sorry, medyo talagang uh, pasensya na klase sa pace ko. It's because really I'm feeling the pain, no? So, ganito class yung mangyayari kung ibukas nyo yung tools tapos global options. How many among you are using Mac? Paki-chat nga please. Kasi sa Mac medyo hindi mo automatically makikita yung How many among you are using Mac please? Anyone? Okay, thank you Ethan. Yeah, okay. So meron din pala. Quite meron din, no? So may mga gumagamit ng Mac. So I don't think sa Mac makikita nyo kagad itong yung mga ribbons na to, no? So you have to make sure that your Mac is in full screen. Tapos you'll hover around this area, saka lalabas to. Okay, it will not be shown if you're not shown in full screen. So dapat naka full screen kayo. Okay, tapos hanapin nyo si tools dito sa taas, tools, and then global options. Okay, yung kanina ginawa natin, global, ito na, no? This is it, ito yung global options. What we did was to go to pane layout, and then pwede mong pag-ibahin, no? Kasi ang default, si console andi dito, si environment andi dito. So we don't want that for some reasons. So here you go here and then click console. I-click nyo si console dito. Para it will transfer from here, it will become here. Now, the obvious reason why we want console here is that whatever code you write here, it will be replicated here. Okay? It will be replicated here, and then the result will also be here. So this is like your R class. Yung R window, ito yon. Di ba yung R natin kanina, ito, here. Ito yung class, ito. So let me see. If I copy this here, Control C. If I copy this dito sa console class, saan yung ano ko kanina? I'll use this here. Control Enter, Control V. Sorry. Control C tayo. Dapat mag ano to. Bilang class ha. Dapat mag ano to mag naghahang pa siya. Hmm, ayaw. Just wait a bit. Naglolo ko tong ano. Oh, come on, come on. Not cooperating. Okay, if you copy class, copy, sige, kayo na lang, no? If you copy the code that, or you can come up with some codes here, some mathematical operations. If you type it here sa script, and then press Control Enter, the output will not be reflected here. Rather, the code will be copied here, and then dito lalabas yung answer. So this acts like yung sa R natin, ito. No? In fact, nakalagay dito R console. Eksaktong-eksakto siya. Ito yung R console. Okay? So, walang separate na script window dito sa ano. Meron actually, pero will not go there anymore. So, dito tayo, class. Ito. Ayaw mag-work nitong ano ko. Ito isang R studio. Okay, anyway. So, one thing that we have to do first is bago tayo class bago tayo gumawa ng project or activity sa R, it's important that you learn how to create a project. Why is a project important? A project is important because in a project class, dun pwedeng i-save yung mga files nyo. Automatic save. Pag nag-power failure tapos hindi mo pa siya save, there's no risk of losing that file. I had the experience, very bad experience of losing thousands of lines of code just because I forgot to create an R project out of it. Okay. So binuksan ko lang si R, tapos nag-code na ako. Not knowing that, well, I knew that pag nagka-power failure, possible na may risk na mawala yon. But I didn't pay attention to that. So nawala nga, no? So, and that was a very costly error. All right. So it's important to create a project. So how do you create a project? Punta muna tayo sa ano natin, maybe you can go to your desktop and then mag-create ka ng folder dun. So mag-create tayo ng folder. Okay, so let me go to my desktop here. And then, create ako ng folder. No? In your case, create din kayo ng folder. Alright? Then, new. So, of course, folder. And then, lagay nyo lang kung ano yung pangalan no? ng folder nyo. I won't do that anymore. No? Okay? So, once you have created that, okay, pakichat naman please kung na-create na. I will not be needing that. Delete ko na yan. Okay. Paki-chat please kung nakapag-create na ng folder sa desktop or wherever you want. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. No? Tapos pag nag-respond kay class, paki-send to everyone na lang para I don't have to change again send to everyone. Kasi pag nag-create ka ng direct message, unless class it's a personal question, okay? It's something about the lesson and then gusto mong feel mo clarification lang for your own good. Okay lang yon. You can direct message me. Okay, so okay na, no? Now, open now your R. Open R. Okay? Ayoko nito kasi sarado ko nga to. Kasi nag-aan siya, naghahang. Save ko na lang. Save. Okay? Alright. So when you open R class, it will be blank slate siya. No? It will not be this color. By the way, if you want this color, I don't think I discussed that. Pwede kayong pumunta na naman sa tools and then global options and then you can uh, choose this appearance. Although diniscuss ko to sa video, no? And then cobalt. Yan. The default is Chrome. Ito, yan ang default. Para sa akin mas easy on the eyes yung cobalt. That's why I use it. I hope it's easier to you too kasi baka sa akin okay pero sa inyo nasa screen. Okay lang ba class yung color na ginagamit ko? Class okay lang to, yung color scheme na to. Okay, isa lang yung reply. Okay, okay. Anyway, I'll assume that okay sa inyo. Okay, so when you open R class, okay, so if you're opening R for the first time, unless you were working already on R and then you have the several projects before na open pa rin, pag binuksan mo siya, then lalabas yung project na ginagawa mo. So ito class, may ginagamit akong project dito. How do I know there's a project here? Ito class, makikita nyo dito. First dito, you can see here there's a name, Finlitz course. Pag wala kayong project na ginagawa, na ginagamit, walang name yan. Secondly, dito sa console at saka sa files, plots, and packages window, makikita nyo yung link, yung location ng project nyo. So here, it's in my C, users, home PC, desktop, Finlitz, new course outline, andi dito. So this is the project that I created. So andi dito siya. In your case, since wala pa siya, so and then you'd like to create a project, yung project na yung class, it's important kasi lahat ng files na ginagamit mo for that specific project will be automatically saved there. So let's say, ang simula natin, ayun muna, introduction to R. So sige, mag-create tayo ng isang project ang tawag, introduction to R. So how do we create a project? Okay, you go to file, ito sa R natin file, and then new project. File new project. Click this. File new project. So magbubukas nito yan, no? So, 'di ba, meron akong sinave na isang na folder. Doon ko ilalagay yung new directory ko. Okay, ang ibig sabihin ng new directory class, it's your project. So if you're, for example, for this subject, ginawa mo Finlitz. Tapos may several projects tayo. Una time series, Arima, Garch. You're going to create several projects for that. No? For now, let's just create a new project. So we go to new directory, okay, new project, and then ito tatanungin tayo kung ano yung name niya. So you can put gamitin ko na lang 0 kasi ito yung parang sample project lang. I normally would number it para alam ko 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dun sa project na ginagawa ko, alam ko yung order niya. Okay, so 0, let's create intro to R. Okay, and then sasabihin dito class yung kung saan subdirectory siya. Ito yung generate natin kanina. Okay, so I'll put it here dito sa 000 Finlitz. Ito yung sample na folder na pinakita ko sa inyo. Okay, and then what you do is click this one, open a new session, and then click this. So make sure na tama yung make sure it's in the folder that you created a while ago, ito. And then create project. And once you create this project, mag-open si R. And then makikita yung title niya, 0 Introduction to R. Dito, here, and then here also, and then here. And it will specify yung specific location kung saan mo create yung una yung folder mo, kasi yun ang subdirectory mo no? So, doon mo siya create yung project mo. tapos yung project na create mo. Okay, why don't you do that, class? And let's see kung I'll not do this anymore kasi ginawa ko na siya. Okay, kindly tell me, class, what you see here sa R. Magbubukas kasi si R, class. No? When you, di ba sabi natin open, mag-open siya ng bago, then lalabas si R, tapos lalabas dito, class, yung project na create nyo. Okay, let's see a response here. Thank you, Jello. How about the others, please? I would appreciate any feedback from your end. What happened when you opened that project? Ito. About the others, please. Only one. I'll give you a few more seconds, please. Again, when you answer, please answer to directly to everyone, please. Mamaya na attendance, ha? Thank you, John. Nawala yun sa upper left panel. Mhm. Bakit? Sige, hintayin mo natin, Jello, yung iba, ha? Tingnan natin yung iba. Upper left. Ano nakalagay sa upper left mo? Baka naka-console ka pa rin, Jello.
Sir, inayos ko na po, pero nung nag-open po siya into new session,
Hmm.
yung sa environment panel po yung
Sige. Sige, tingnan
parang
natin.
nag-expand po siya.
Okay, pati yung nawawala rin yung sa akin, kay John. Okay, thank you. All right, sige. I'll stop share. Jello, could you kindly share your screen, please?
Sir, wait lang po ha. Sa laptop ko kasi naka-ano yung card.
Ikaw, John, ready ka na? Para ano? Para can you share your screen, John? Kasi same yata yung issue niya ni ano, ni Jello. Are
Sir,
you also use?
naka-disable po yung
Naka-disable
share.
lang nga. Sorry, sorry. Sorry sa chat. Hindi. Sa share pala. Okay, you may now share.
Ayan
Okay.
po. Nawala po yung console.
Sino to si John?
Yes po.
Okay. Environment. Okay. Simple lang yan. John yung ano, upper right. Kita mo? Right
Upper.
side. Hindi. Go to the left. Yung
Ito.
bandang console. Yung bandang ano, script window. Go to the right. Sige. Yan. So, lumampas ka.
Ito po.
Sa kalahati, no? Kalahati. Punta ka sa gitna. Pinakagitna. Yung may line. Yan. Makikita mo yung window dyan. Sige, to the right ka pa ng konti. To the
Ito
right
po.
ka ng konti. Sige pa. To the right pa ng konti. Ah, nakikita ko yung pointer mo hindi gumagalaw eh. Nakikita
Ayan,
mo
sir.
i-click mo yung ano, yung parang yung drawer diyan, yung parang dalawang bintana na ano.
Ito po. Ayan.
Iyan, okay. So ibig sabihin nun, nakatago lang yung isa, no? Ngayon ito, so I now have the environment here, okay? And here is your script window. So tama, di ba? So andi dito
Yes, sir.
yung ano sa taas, yung name ng project mo. Sa console mo makikita mo dito, C users, Zeya, and then desktop, Finlits, and then ito yung project mo, 0 into 2R. Good. Ganon din sa ilalim. Okay?
Yes.
Finlits, bakit wala yung ano? Kasi nakaano ka, no? I-click mo to sa ilalim dyan, dito sa Files, Plots, and Packages window.
Saan po yun, sir?
Lower right. Yan,
Alright.
okay. Click mo yung ano dyan. Click mo yung folder niyan. Sige, click mo. Ayan. Okay, so lumabas na siya. Tingnan mo ngayon yung pangalan niya. Si Zaya, di ba? Zaya, tapos Finlitz, and 0 into 2R. Yan na. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Did that answer your question? Ikaw, Jello, na-answer na yung question mo rin?
Yes po, sir. Okay na po.
Good. All right. So thank you so much. I appreciate questions like this, no? Kasi it's an opportunity to learn for everyone. Kasi baka pare-pareho yung question nyo. Then if you raise that question, then we'll be able to address the concern of others. Okay, if you go back to your folder, balikan nyo yung folder nyo, class. Tingnan nyo sa desktop, no? Sa desktop. Tapos ando dun siya sa, if you created Finlits, in my case, 00 Finlits, click nyo yan. You'll notice now that andi dito yung ano, yung create nyo na project kanina. Okay? Tapos sa loob niyan, in your case, ito pa lang. Yung R project pa lang ito. Wala pa mga files dito. Ito mga files to class na create yan because we were working on this. Ito mga, pag nagsisave ka ng files, dito automatically masisave yun. Okay, sige. So, let's go now. Balik na tayo dito. Okay, now, saan na ako? Ito. Suppose you open class, mag-open tayo, no? File. So, nasa project kayo, no? Nasa our project natin. File, and then new file. You can either open an R script or an R markdown. If you open an R script, open ako ng R script. No? Of course, kasi magkaiba tayo ng laman, ha? Kasi I've been working on this file for some time. Tingnan nyo itong R script na to, class. If I asa na yung kaninang ano natin? Wala na yata. If I perform, kunyari, 5 plus 3, control enter, yung answer niyan hindi lalabas dito, no? Script window kasi lang yan eh. Writing lang to. So yung 5 plus 3 dito, lalabas dito sa console. That's the reason why I want the console to be on the right kasi makikita mo kagad. Kaysa kung nasa ilalim, ang tendency ng ano mo, ng nakaka-stiff neck yun, no? Bababa ka pa. Lalo pag marami ka ng codes, hindi mo na nakikita. Natatabunan na eh. At least dito, mas flexible ka, mas pwede mong lakihan yung size ito. Flexible yung mga sizes ito ng mga window panes na to. Ha? Yan. So, you can immediately see your code here and the result. Notice sa R script class, ito, hindi lumalabas yung result dyan. Yung code lang yan. No? For example, exponential 34. Answer, ayan. No? E to the 34th power. That's 2.7818 raised to the 34th power. So, 5.83 times 10 to the 14th power. So, malaking number to. Kung kunin ko yung log nito, Control C, Control V, log niya class, okay? Control Enter, okay. So, inverse kasi, no? Yung E, yung exponential at saka si log, they're inverse functions. Okay, kung kinuha ko yung log nito, makukuha ko yung si 34. Alright, so, suffice it to say, class, that sa isang script, sa isang script class, okay, ang magagawa mo lang dito yung yung writing lang, yung script lang. Yung results dito lalabas sa console niyan, which really makes it so unwieldy. Okay, so you can save this file, for example, file save as. Subukan nyo nga, class, file save as. Lagyan yung script 1. I will not do that anymore. Lagyan nyo lang script 1, class. Notice saan siya nagdi-default na mag-save? Dun sa project nyo. Okay? So I was saying, kahit hindi mo siya i-save, pag andyan dyan yan, nandyan sa isang ano yan, sa isang uh, sheet dito, no? Masisave yan kahit hindi mo siya na-save. You'll still be able to recover that. Alright, pag sinave yung class, subukan nyo nga class, save nyo si script 1, and then you go to files. What do you see? Makikita nyo ba yung script 1 nyo? Na script 1.r. It should be .r. Paki-confirm nga, class. Again, class, when you answer, to everyone, please. Share to everyone para, kasi I keep on, thank you, I keep on, yeah, thank you. Okay, how about the others, please? Okay, dadalawa pa lang. Medyo mabagal yung natin, yung response time. Yung iba, sige, I'll give you a few more seconds. Dalawa lang. What happened to the others? Walang response, Either class, hindi kayo nakakasunod or hindi kayo gumagawa. Tell me kung hindi kayo gumagawa kasi para hindi ko kayo hintayin. Kasi I'm giving you time for those of you who are following along. Baka may questions kayo. Pero kung nanonood lang kayo, hindi kayo then you can PM me na lang na you're not able to follow for whatever reason. Okay. Kasi ang bagal na natin, tsaka ang konti ng response time. Okay. All right. So, we're not going to work with an R script. Ang gagamitin natin, new file, we're going to use this one, R Markdown. Okay? R Markdown. Sige nga, class. Paki-open ang R Markdown. So when you open an R Markdown, you can either open a document, a presentation, a Shiny. This is for web creation, and then from any template. And then, tinan nyo to class, tinan nyo, from template. Now, tell me, class, kung meron kayong Tufte dito, Tufte handout. So we're going there now. Minimix na natin yung sa first day at saka yung ngayon. Kindly chat, please, if you have this Tufte handout. Yes or no lang, please. I hope to get a response from you, class. Okay, thank you, Dean. How about the others? Hmm. Sige, I'll wait for your response. None po. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jello. So, si Andrea, none din. Okay, I expect, especially those of you who are using R for the first time, I expect you to answer no. Okay, mula ng no, class, mag-answer. Okay, wag niyo muna i-download, kasi we'll go through this together. Okay, anyway, kung di-download nyo na, okay na. Alright, so sige, so I want us now to download, to install, pero mag-document muna tayo dito, okay? Untitled, then write your name, and then here, class, you can see that if I unclick this, lalabas yung date ngayon. This is very important because this is what the date that will appear when you knit or render the file. I'll explain mamaya what knitting or rendering the file is. So if I click this, mag-gray out siya. Ibig sabihin, this will become variable. It will only reflect the date when you knit the document. So if I'm going to knit the document on October 1, then ang lalabas yan, October 1. Then by default, HTML, let's just use HTML. Okay, then okay. So mag-create yan ng RMD file. Okay, take note that the RMD file is different from the RScript file, di ba? Ibang-iba siya. Meron ditong, this is called your YAML, YAML. This is very important. We're going to discuss that now. This will control how you print your document, how your document, HTML or PDF, will look like. Ito yon, class, sa YAML. Okay, and then we have here your code chunks. Your code chunks will, this is where you write your codes. No? Dito natin sinusulat yung codes natin. Okay. Okay, naalala niyo kanina class yung plot pressure na ginawa natin sa ano? If I, for example, run this, notice, asan yung plot? Andi dito mismo sa ano? Sa R Markdown. So the R Markdown allows us to generate the printout here in the R Markdown itself. Sa Markdown document. So anong advantage nun? You can now use this as both Word, PowerPoint, and Excel rolled into one. Hindi ka na pupunta sa Excel para i-ano yung data mo, ayusin, tapos i-copy, ilalagay mo sa Word. Hindi na ka na kailangan pumunta sa PowerPoint. This one is all in one. Andito yung text mo, andito yung code mo, andito yung pwede ka mag-compute dito. For example, summary cars. Okay? If I run this, yan class, my result. No? Tingnan mo. It computes for the minimum, maximum, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and the average. Okay? Cars is a data. It's a pre-loaded data. So, hindi kailangan ng ano na Excel. Andito na kasi. So in my classes class, yung mga outputs niya, yung mga cases, dapat ganito, no? Ganito lalabas. And then we'll discuss yung mga codes na to, dapat ba lumabas sa paper nyo? Hindi. Kasi hindi naman natin kailangan yung code na yan eh. Ang kailangan nyo, sabihin nyo kung ano to. Then you'll have to put here, that the descriptive statistics for the cars data set is the following. Tapos ilalagay nyo to, tapos lalabas to. Tapos you'll have to do something here. Kunyari, ilalagay nyo dito, include is equal to false or F. Ano ibig sabihin ng include is equal to false? Okay? Huwag niya ipakita, class. Or echo is equal to false pala. Didiscuss lang natin mamaya yung ano. Sorry, echo is equal to false. It means that, okay, huwag niya ipakita yung code, pero ipakita niya yung result. So, in other words, class, itong RMD, itong markdown document na to, it becomes like a word processing, plotting, and graphing, and computing file. Okay, all rolled into one. So, saan ka pa, class? Hindi ka na kailangan mag-type sa Word, tapos punta ka sa Excel, dun ka mag-compute, i-copy paste mo dito sa sa Word, etc. So, no need. Kasi ito, ano na to eh, uh, all in one na to na document. Okay. So, when for example you need to already print this, ito yon class, which I discussed dun sa video, no, ito. Neat. Okay, pero class, I suggest panoorin nyo pa yung video kasi medyo condensed tong discussion ko eh. May mga details doon na hindi ko din i-discuss dito, no? Neat. When you need this, tatanungin ko muna, anong file name ibibigay mo dito? Okay? Neat to HTML. So, tatanungin ka niya, anong file name? Okay? So, lagyan nyo lang ng file name. Kunyari, neat1. Kunyari na lang, neat1. Okay, neat1. Tapos, isave nyo siya. What will happen when you save this? Okay, neat1, save. Pagka-save yung class, ang mangyayari, makikita nyo dito, may magre-render, no? Lalabas ito yung render. Okay? Lalabas ito yung render, and then, pagkatapos, mako-complete na siya ma-render, and then, lalabas yung printout ng document nyo. Sige nga, class, kindly please. And then tell me, class, kung nag-render yung document nyo, itong RMD. Perhaps, sana maka-receive ako ng mga chat, no? Response from you na nag-render nga yung RMD file nila. Oops, ano to? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Aiden. Yeah, thank you. Paulo, thank you. Andrea, thank you. Okay, how about the others? Sana nakahabol yung iba. Sana nakapag-render. Okay, good, good. So at least you now know how to render a document. Now, hindi lang ganun kasimple yung pag-render niyan. Kasi sa ano nyo, ganun lang ba? Parang wala man lang table of contents. Hindi ganun yung hinahanap ko sa output nyo. It has to be a professionally written paper. So kanina, di ba? Tinignan natin yung tufte. Now, yung iba sa inyo, walang tufte. You know why? Wala kayong tufte kasi hindi pa naka-install yung package na yun. Okay, let's do that now. Okay? So let's go here. Erase ko na muna to. Let's go here, class. Dito sa Files, Plots, Packages window. Please go to Packages. Dito. And then type nyo dito, tufte. Type nyo si tufte. And then enter nyo. Mapapansin nyo na walang tufte dito. Okay? Who among you says na walang tufte dito sa packages nila? I hope, I know may mga sasagot ng no dyan, no, na walang tufte sa packages nila. There. Thank you. Yan, thank you. Thank you, Moses. Thank you. Good. Good. I appreciate you really answering, class. Okay, good. All right. So let's address that. Kailangan natin yung tufte kasi may papakita ako sa yung document na i-render natin, no? Okay? So how do you install packages? There are several ways to do that. One way is to go here. Nasa packages tayo, ha. Tinignan nyo yung tufte, wala naman. So install natin. So go here, class, install. Click this one. Lalabas dito, install packages. Repository CRAN, ibig sabihin, this is coming from CRAN. Remember, the CRAN is the Comprehensive R Archive Network. Dun ang repository ng mga packages. So, kailangan natin si tufte. Nakay CRAN ba siya? I-type natin tufte. Okay, tingnan nyo. Lalabas si tufte. Pati si tufte handout nga no? Tufte at saka tufte handout. So, i-type lang natin si tufte. O, click nyo yan, class. Okay, and then, click natin install dependencies. What does that mean? So, some packages, kunyari si tufte, may mga packages siya na kailangan din niya bago siya mag-run. So, dapat, pag in-install natin si tufte, i-install mo rin yung other packages na yun. So, paano natin may install yun? Isama mo dito, install dependencies. Okay? Install dependencies. Sige, class, paki-install. I'll not do that anymore kasi naka-install na ako. Okay, pag na-install nyo na, class, go to packages again and write tufte. Could you please confirm na may tufte na dito? Okay, sana magko-confirm kayo. Yan. Thank you, thank you. Yan, good. Yan. So you learned how to install a package. And then, if you take a look at the upper right, class, may makikita ka dyan, install that packages, quotes, tufte, quotes, close parenthesis. So, ibig sabihin nun, installing the packages via this one, install, and then this one, is equivalent to writing install that packages dito. So, pareho lang yung class, no? So, whether you type install that packages, tufte, or you go through this one, then pareho lang yung class na it's the same effect, no? Okay. Now, when you go to packages again, you'll notice that your tufte is not yet checked. Ano ibig sabihin ng check, class? Ang ibig sabihin, class, ng check, you cannot use tufte. Okay. Na-install mo na siya and you install only once. You install only once. Mag-isa pa tayong create, no? ggplot kasi kailangan to eh. ggplot2. Tingnan nyo nga, class, kung may ggplot2 kayo. Kindly see, please. ggplot2. Meron ba? Yes or no? Yes, okay, good. How about yung iba? Meron. Okay, good. Good. Kung meron, good. Okay? So, kung wala kasi, you install ggplot2. And then, itong ggplot2 class, you cannot use this as of the moment kasi you have to click this. Click. Tingnan nyo, anong ibig sabihin ng click? Library ggplot2. So, clicking this is equivalent to library. What does that mean? Ibig sabihin nun, you can now use the functions, lahat ng mga functions, lahat ng mga codes na kasama sa ggplot2. And mind you, ggplot2 is one of the most powerful data visualization a package, no? Create elegant data visualization using GG here stands for Grammar of Graphics. All right. So, meron na tayong Tufte. Balikan natin si Tufte class. Tufte, T-U-F-T-E. Okay, click natin to para library Tufte. Ibig sabihin, magagamit na natin si Tufte. Okay, so kung babalikan nyo class, yung ano nyo, yung, kung babalikan nyo yung, mag-ano ulit tayo ha. Balikan naman tayo dito, file, new file, mag-create ulit tayo ng, ano, ng R Markdown. So punta tayo sa template, i-click nyo class to, yung Tufte na create natin. Tufte, okay? Tufte handout, HTML or PDF. Wag yung ano, syempre, wag yung Chinese. Mag-generate ka ng Chinese yan. No? So ito, class, Tufte handout. Click natin, okay? And then okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, may na-generate na ba kayo? Paki-yes nga please, so that we're on the same page. Yes na ba? Nakapag-create na kayo ng Tufte handout ng good, RMD? Yan. Okay, good. Thank you. Now notice, yung simple lang na RMD, ibang-iba, di ba? Ibang-iba yung ano niya, ito lang, no? Ito class, tingnan nyo, ito. So this means class that you can really change this. Okay, and then, when you knit the file, lahat ng mga linagay natin dito on formatting the file, kunyari ito, tingnan nyo. May running header, may subtitle pa, yung author, yung date, yung output, Tufte HTML, okay, may citation, okay, pwede rin mag-create ng book class, no? And then nag-create siya ng bibliography dito. And then link citations. Alright? Tapos sino nyo yung text? Diba, ibang-iba siya, no? Notice may mga pink dito. No? Itong double asterisk class, ibig sabihin yan, in bold. Itong inline R expression, ibig sabihin yan, yung expression na yan, nasa line mismo. Okay? So, madali naman tingnan yan, class, kasi pag re-render natin, tapos i-compare nyo dito sa Tufte na to, makikita nyo kung anong effect nito. What's the effect of this? What's the effect of this? Itong mga nakaibang kulay at saka may mga backticks, etc. Anong effect nitong may figure margin, itong mga to. No? And you can study it, class. Okay? Alright. So let's now, sa dulo po, mayroon pang RBIB, no? I-discuss natin kung ano yung bib na yan. Okay. So, let's knit this. Again, isi-save to, no? Knit to yan. Tufte HTML. Pwedeng handout, pwedeng book. HTML tayo. Knit. Tapos, siyempre, tatanungin ka, anong file isi-save yan? Gawin yung Tufte 1. No? Save ko na rin din para pareho tayo meron. Tufte 1. Okay, Tufte 1. Okay. Save. And then, oops. Yes, replace na lang. Tufte 1. Replace. And then, magre-render dito yan, class. Makikita nyo dito. Lalabas yung rendering. Yan. Yung rendering, ibig sabihin, kino-convert na niya tong MD file into an HTML file. May process yan. And it uses a package called Pandoc. Okay, tingnan nyo, class. Alright. Look at this, class. Diba? Ang hirap gawin sa Word yan, diba? Take a look, may mga plots dito sa gilid. Paano generate yan? Ito. Here. This document class produced that one. So you can see how powerful a markdown is, class. In generating equations, in generating plots. Okay? Imagine mo, gagawin mo sa Word yan. Paano mo gagawin sa Word yan, class? Diba? may mga citations, may mga bibliography. Okay, maybe you should try yung Chinese version kung anong kakalabasan. Okay, so you can see how beautifully crafted itong Tuesday handout. Si Tuesday class, very well known yan for data visualization. May mga books siya na sinulat in the past about how to plot, how to graph, how to create charts, etc. So talagang ano yan, well known siya. Yan class. Okay? Comment nga class, the how do you find the rendered document? Sige, tinan ko kung anong nakita nyo, ano yung quick comment, ano yung biglang nyo, reaction. Sana walang ma at saka pa, yung malay ko at saka pakialam ko. Sana walang ganun. Quick lang class, quick comment, ano yung reaction nyo? When you saw the printed document. Hmm, amazed. Cool, thank you. Visual appealing, surprised. Nakaka-surprise yun talaga, no? Biro mo, hindi mo akalain na makaka-generate ng ganyan. Yeah. Thank you for your comments. Yung iba, wala. Something new. Yes, thank you. All right. Now, sa cases yung class, of course, you can generate something like this. Okay, pwede naman yun. Okay, you can do this, no? Dun sa case nyo. Or you can use the regular. May papakita din ako na regular. This is better for handouts or for books, no? Pag mga journals, thesis, medyo medyo hindi naman parang hindi na siya standard. Pag mga journals, pag mga technical papers, you don't have to do this. Pero if it's a book or if it's a handout, if it's a manual, then this will really work well. And then kaya pala to, no? Kaya. In fact, kunyari sa mga subjects nyo, kung may mga subjects pa kayo, tapos may report kayo, pwede nyo gawin to. Kung may mga plots, may mga graphs, mag-submit kayong ganito sa teacher nyo. PDF magugulat yun. Paano yung nagawa to? Di ba? 100 na kayo in terms of kung may points sa ganda ng ng output. Okay, anyway. So that's the power of a markdown file, no? Okay, ngayon, class, ang kailangan natin aralin, kailangan natin maintindihan to, no? Okay, saan na ako? I'll go here. Output. Ito. All right. So let me create ulit kayo class ng panibagong R Markdown. Create new one. And then, di ba pag new one, lalabas ito na naman, yung ganito. Ayan, no? Ang gagawin natin, number one, i-delete nyo muna lahat, class. I-delete nyo lahat. Delete everything. Yung sa RMD file nyo. Take note, RMD file, hindi R script. RMD. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share something to you. Ito. Hindi kaya ma-share to ng isahan. Ipa-part 1, part 2 ko. Kunyari, dito. Hanggang dito na lang. Hanggang dito. So, Control C. I-chat ko sa inyo, class. Chat. Control V. Kasyang-kasya. Share. And then here, bibliography. Control C. Control V. Okay, what I've done, class, is to sorry. Yung unang lesson natin, which is time series, ang ginawa ko introduction sa kanya, nag-create ako ng RMD file na parang na HTML. Para dito na yung lesson. The lesson is here, class, kasi this is time series, which is our first lesson. Andito na rin yung sample ng mga how to render yung mga codes para ma-render yung nyo, yung document nyo. Okay. So, have you done it, class? So, dapat at least yung YAML ando doon na. Hindi nyo naman pa naman i-render yan. May YAML na kayo, class, yung binigay ko sa inyo. Ang bilis ng oras, ha. May mga 10 minutes lang tayo. Okay, pa-chat please kung meron na. Okay, thank you, Pao. How about the others, please? I hope you have created a new RMD file. And then, dinilit nyo lahat. Tapos, yung shinare ko sa inyo, pinalit nyo muna doon yung YAML. So, YAML to, dash, dash, dash. And then, ano to? Hindi dash to, no? Line, line, line. Big line kasi to eh. Okay, how about the others? Dalawa pa lang nakagawa. Let's give the others time. So, dapat ang lalabas lang dyan yung YAML, no? Tapos wala pa yung iba. Thank you. Christina, Clarice, thank you. So, apat lang. Adrian, thank you. Let's give a few more seconds to the others. Okay, Aiden, thank you. All right, so let's go here. Tingnan natin class yung yung YAML natin. Okay, so introduction to time series tapos may subtitle ako. Subtitle class. Okay? Name ko, palitan yung name na lang yan, no? And then yung date ko is ito yung yung variable yung date. And then output. Notice sa output class, una muna HTML. Okay, yung sa ordinary natin, ordinary ito lang HTML document lang kagad, no? Isa lang. Eh dito kasi I need to do uh, dalawa, no? Kasi ininit ko to both as PDF and HTML. So notice, output, I didn't put HTML here. Dito ko siya linagay. And dapat naka-indent siya class, no? Indented. So under HTML document, may colon din dito. And then lahat dito class, lahat ng themes under HTML. Number one, table of contents. True. Ibig sabihin, dapat mag-generate ng table of contents yung rendered document natin. Table of contents depth, 3. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Dapat tatlong headers. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Sa R, pwedeng level 6 yung levels. Pero hindi ko naman kailangan gawin yun. Floating. TOC float, ibig sabihin nun, when I scroll down my HTML, okay, dapat makikita ko pa rin yung table of contents. Naka-float siya. Number of sections, true, ibig sabihin to, yung header ko, okay, yung pag-outline ko, kunyari, number 1. Ang susunod nun, 1.1. Number siya. Ang susunod, 1.1.1 o 1.1.2. Ganun yung magiging outlining ng document ko. Number sections. Code folding, ano ibig sabihin ito? Yung code folding class, ibig sabihin nun, the codes can be shown or it can be hidden. Okay, depende sa type ng code. Figure caption, true. Lahat ng mga figures dapat may caption. DF print page, when you print the document, dapat may page siya. Theme Cosmo at saka CSS style, ito related to. Ano to class? Yung Cosmo. Okay? It has something to do with CSS. Yung CSS class, these are rules, these are styles that you use in web development, no? Or, so ibig sabihin CSS, cascading style sheets. So how is this? These are instructions on how your, for example, header number 1, how it will look like. Will it have higher font, bigger font compared to yung level number 2 or level number 3? Pwede nyo i-control yung class. No? Naka-bold ba dapat si header number 1? Pwede niya i-control yan. Dito yan sa CSS lalabas. Cascading styles sheets. So you have the power to really change the formatting. Okay, so we'll discuss this in greater detail. Okay, so paki-watch na rin class yung video, either yung first class or yung second class. Ang ipopost ko itong class natin at saka either yung first or second. Kasi depende kung sino malawak yung Paki-watch na rin yung class para kasi medyo late na tayo, no? Kasi nga because of last Tuesday. Alright, dito naman sa PDF class, nakita nyo na it's in line with yung HTML dapat. Table of contents true, depth din 3, number of sections true, figure caption din true, and then kailangan to, yung LaTeX engine, itong mga to, yung Tango, kailangan din yan class. Okay, explain natin in greater detail. Tapos ito, sa graphics to, yung Cairo. Now, take note of this. Bibliography, references.bib. Okay? May i-share muna ako may i-share ako ng dalawang files. Tapos i-save nyo siya dun sa i-save nyo siya dun sa project nyo. Okay? Chat. File. Paki-download to tapos i-save nyo sa number 1 to. Itong references that kasi magta-time na. Kukulangan na tayo sa oras. Asan yung references? Please show yourself. Ito, class, references.bib. Okay? Download nyo sa class, download, and then i-save nyo class sa save nyo sa folder nyo. Pag chinek nyo yung files nyo class, dapat mag-a-appear yung references.bib na yan. Just like mine class dito. References.bib ito. Okay, ano siya class? Yung references.bib na yan class, it's almost time class. If you need to go, please just leave without permission na lang. No? Itutuloy ko lang to ng konti para i-upload ko. Medyo umabot lang tayo dito sa sa citation, sa bibliography. Okay, but you can stay. Extend lang ako ng a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Ito yung ipopost ko class, yung extended. All right, but those of you who have classes, please, you don't have to ask permission. All right, references.bib class, ano yan? So, kailangan natin class, punta tayo sa isang site. Punta kay class sa Google Scholar. So, hanap tayo doon hanap tayo doon ng references, Google Scholar. Okay. Google Scholar. Here. Click natin tong Google Scholar. For example, you're doing a paper on time series analysis. Yan. Time series analysis. Okay. With applications, kunyari ito. No? Alright? So, ang makikita natin dito, class, merong references na book, merong may mga journals dito. If you just continue searching, punta muna tayo dito sa book na to, Time Series Analysis with Applications in R. This is by Cryer, okay? 2008 pa to. Pero maganda yung references natin, dapat medyo bago. But anyway, is-cite natin siya. So go to site. Okay, go to site. And then makikita nyo dito, MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Vancouver. Gagamitin natin si APA, pero before we can use APA, pupunta muna tayo sa BibTeX. Kasi kailangan mag-generate tayo ng isang file na kung saan ando dun lahat ng natin, ng references. Ang gagamitin natin dyan, kasi LaTeX yung pag-print nito, BibTeX ang gagamitin natin. BibTeX, click nyo siya, tapos tingnan nyo to. So this is the format, at book, tapos curly brackets, yung author, tapos yung year, tapos yung time. Importante to class kasi parang ID to. And then nakalagay yung title, nakalagay yung author, nakalagay yung year, tapos yung publisher. So, copy this, Control C, and then, punta kayo sa R nyo. What you do is to create a file, a text file. So, new, and then sa ilalim, makikita nyo dito, text file. Click nyo siya. Okay, so this is a text file. Hindi siya script, hindi siya RMD. Click nyo, Control V. Yan. So this is how you write your reference using BibTeX. So may may pattern, no? And then you continue, you look for your other references. Itong binigay ko sa inyo class, ito, sample yan. So if it's already loaded, i-click nyo siya class, no? And then lalabas dito yung references.bib. And text file to class, no? Ginawa ko lang .bib para makitang bibliography to. Ayan. So these are the references that I wrote. Na ito yung references na gagamitin sa paper na to. Tapos so that when you print the paper, lalabas yung mga references na to. Okay, pangalawa. Second class, anong style ng anong style ng referencing ang gagamitin? Ang gagamitin natin class, save na to. Ang gagamitin natin class is, okay, don't save ito. Output class APA. So paano natin i-bibtech to, di ba? Bibtech, yung pag ano niya sa LaTeX. Pero pwede natin sabihin kay bibtech, kay LaTeX na when we render this, dapat yung document, dapat yung bibliography, dapat APA. So how do we do that? Very quickly, I'll end in this. Go class 2, punta tayo sa Google ulit. I'll end in this here. Go to, i-google nyo si Zotero. Okay, Zotero. So Google Zotero, tapos hanapin nyo, okay, lalabas naman kaagad yung Zotero Style Repository. Ayan. Zotero Style Repository. Okay, and go here. Okay, so either you type APA or you type psychology kasi yung APA, American Psychological Association. I just type this one, psychology. And then lalabas dito class yung mga citation na method. Okay, here. So gagamitin natin to si American Psychological Association here, APA. Here or pwedeng itong with abstract. Ito na lang, gagamitin natin ito. Here, click this class, click this. And then lalabas yan na isi-save siya. Okay? Now take note, i-save nyo dun sa project ha. I-save nyo. And then don't anymore change this, APA na lang. Then mag-automatic siya na APA.CSL. Okay? Alright. Cancel ko na. Okay, so dapat lalabas na yan dun sa ano. Alright, so let me end here class and then, okay, thank you so much for your patience. Okay.